everyone. We learn a lot of identities and formula, theorems and other results in mathematics in school. What we are going to do now is we are going to go through some of them and try to verify them in a very nice, interesting way with the help of models. We shall also try to make some of them which it is possible for us to make. So, let us start. I would like to mention at this point that the idea of using mathematical models in the teaching of mathematics, or in general putting up a lab, for this reason Professor A.R. Rao was the pioneer. I remember him at this moment, and they started with the model. The first model that we shall talk about is the one that we come across the first in algebra, and that is the distributive property of numbers, or the distributive law as we call it. It is A into B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. A into B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. Now, what are A, B, C? They are real numbers. How shall we convert them into our models? Well, our models will be geometrical models consisting of rectangles or triangles and things, geometrical shapes. How shall we do that? Well, here we have a number A. So A is a number. We shall denote it by the line segment whose length is A. So a number in algebra will be denoted by a line segment in our model. So now if we have B, that's another number. It's another line segment. But now B, I cannot say that it is the same as this much, but because then this represents number A. So I have to make it slightly bigger or smaller. Then similarly, C will be something else, and so on. The next question would be, we don't simply have numbers. We have their sum and their products. But the sum of two real numbers is again a real number, and we shall represent it by putting the two numbers side by side and taking the whole line segment AB. So we shall take the whole line segment AB to represent A plus B. Now, so B plus C will be B plus C, side by side. Now, what about the product? The product is not linear now, so we take areas. And for a product AB, we take a rectangle. One of the sides is a line segment again, so there is some length A, say, and this is B. Alright, now the area of this rectangle is A into D. So we shall represent a product by the area of a rectangle whose sides are A and B, and the sum by putting the two lengths or the two line segments side by side. So now we come to our model, and our model is for A into B plus C. Now here I have two rectangular pieces. You can see that these two lengths are different, so I will have to call them differently, A and B, whichever one we like. These are also different, so maybe C and D. But we are not given 3. As you can see, we don't need 3, 4. If this is A, this will also be A. And so this and this will also be A. So these are 1, 2, 3 and 4. All the lengths are A, and this length is B. So this length we shall call C. Alright. Now what is the area of this rectangle? Well, this was A, this was B, so this area is AB, which is right here. What is the area of this rectangle? Well, this was A and this was C. So this is AC and that is right there. So that means that if you put the two areas together, you have AB plus AC. It is the sum of the areas of these two rectangles. Now suppose I put them one above the other. I have a big rectangle. What are the sides? Well, this I know is A, so that's very simple. This was B and this was C. The whole is, as we just noted, B plus C. So the area is A into B plus C. Alright, that is exactly our right hand side. And therefore, by taking the pieces separately, we got the left hand side. By putting the pieces one over the other, we got the right hand side. The left hand side and the right hand side. But whether you take the two separately or put them together and add or put them together, the area has to be the same, and therefore these two are equal. Okay. Now, so we have verified our first result with the help of a model. Now the question may arise that if you get interested in this human field, well, I would like to make such a model. What's the use of just seeing it? Well, if you want to make it naturally, you cannot. These are made of hardboard. You cannot make them. We cannot make them at home. What we can do at home by ourselves is something else. We can take colored thick papers, chart papers, or from some invitation cards or something, and cut them into the required shapes and make a model. For example, the first thing we shall have to do is, for that purpose, take a piece of paper, and on the piece of paper you draw the outline of the model. It is this. So that's what I am doing here now. Okay, I have my drawing of the model. I don't want all this, I want small pieces. Okay, let's start cutting them into two pieces. So here we go. Well, so here are the two pieces that I have cut my big rectangle into. So now I have two pieces. I wanted them on colored paper. Take two colored papers. Take two colored papers. On one you put this, on the other you put this, and cut off the colored paper, and there you go, a purple rectangle and a green rectangle, and that makes up of the model of A into B plus C. A question may naturally arise that if we had ultimately to cut from the colored paper, why did we cut it on simple paper? Well, that was because simple paper, we may make some mistake in drawing the figure or while cutting the figure. So it's better to first have a format on our plain paper and then put it here on the colored paper and get the colored model.